Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of World Business Watch, a program in which we look at companies that are changing our world. And we have found one of them today in Cleveland, Ohio. You know, not every day is a beauty like this one in a Georgia backyard. We traveled to Cleveland to give our Innovation Award this year to a snow plowing company. And this is the time of the year when the people who worry about snow call Reliable snow plowing specialists in the Cleveland area, because Reliable is the best of the best, and Reliable gets this year's Innovation Award.
1:34 to base and 8 o'clock in time at Reliable Snow Plowing.
As the name suggests, Reliable snow plowing specialist has established an almost legendary record for reliability in northeastern Ohio. For over 25 years, Reliable has been taking care of clients on autopilot. No phone calls needed. If something changes, clients who do have a special need almost always get it taken care of within 15 minutes. Incredible. Unlike most of its competitors, who are landscapers most of the year, Reliable does one thing: it handles snow and ice like no other. When the snow flies, it's akin to going to a wintry war for the Reliable team.
That is kind of our mantra, that we battle the storm, and that is, it plays in every aspect of what we do.
We've awarded Reliable our National Business Innovation Award because when the storm is coming, the Reliable team is as high-tech as you can get in the snow plowing business.
I have Shane O'Neill give you a call on your cell phone.
Reliable uses satellite imagery. Drivers get aerial photos of clients' parking lots and sidewalks. Reliable even employs its own meteorologist, leaving nothing to chance. Reliable snow plowing is at a whole different level from the rest.
We take an incredibly proactive approach with snow. With us having a private meteorologist, it enables me to be able to talk to, it's like talking to the local weather guy instantaneously and going pinpoint accuracy from one location to another as far as major intersections. You can literally say, okay, in the next 2 hours, how much snow are you going to have? And it's a big part of our battle plan of how we're going to tackle that specific storm for that time period.
Make no mistake, Reliable is not just a Cleveland company. Reliable has a huge footprint all over northern Ohio, with more than 24 satellite locations. Because Reliable's people are almost obsessive about getting to any job fast.
As long as we can be on site within 15 minutes, it's a good fit for us.
The people who need Reliable the most are property managers and business owners. Reliable services multiple types of properties of all sizes, from the very small to the very large, including medical buildings, offices, office parks, residential communities, shopping areas, strip malls, you name it. But nowhere is snow and ice removal more critical than at a hospital. Officials at Sumo Western Reserve switched to Reliable, and they are very glad that they did.
It's very critical to our business here to provide safe surfaces.
When the weather looks like this, Kevin counts on Reliable, and he is very pleased that he changed his plowing service from a landscape firm to Reliable, which does nothing but snow and ice removal.
He did a very good job. It was a tighter spec in this particular case in terms of what we asked for: service delivery, response time. The level of service was increased with this particular specification, and they certainly exceeded our expectations.
Roger Gallagher is in charge of maintenance at 3 office buildings. Many of the tenants are doctors whose patients cannot be exposed to snow and ice. Roger's employer, Ostendorf Morris, has been using Reliable snow plowing specialists for over 20 years.
Just like their company name, that's what it implies. They're reliable, and you use them because you can trust them and depend on them. I can call in the middle of the day when I have a follow-up, like they've done their work, they've plowed the lot, cleaned the sidewalks, salt them. Somebody comes, hey, we got ice buildup. I can call Norm and they'll just respond immediately.
At Reliable, clients such as Roger know they are not just a number. They get very personalized, on-time service, no matter what, with Reliable.
No matter how small, medium, large, or extra large the account is, it's a fit for us, as long as we can be there within 15 minutes.
Kevin Kirchmar is property manager for the Dallad Group. He's responsible for about 40 buildings in the Cleveland area. Think about what a nightmare that could be if the snowplows didn't show up on time. Kevin loves Reliable speed, flexibility, and use of high-tech tools such as GoToMeeting to look at the aerial view of a parking lot or a sidewalk, for example, during an internet meeting in just seconds because something has changed and he needs a plow fast.
During the wintertime, we may have a leasing agent says, hey, we have to go show the property down on St. Clair Avenue. And I'm like, well, that hasn't been snowplowed in all year yet. And if I give a call and say, hey, can we get a snowplow down there? And of course, you know, Norm being the safety person that he is, isn't familiar with the property. It's not when we bid. That's when we have this go-to meeting where we can pull up that property, look at it on a computer screen together, and say, I know there's not a fire hydrant here, or there's not, you know, just put one plow up to this road to get them in the doors. Oh, they're very proactive. I know Norm has done extensive research and stuff in the off-season, using, I believe, 2 or 3 different weather forecasting through the internet. He has, I know, a lot of equipment on trucks that even go down to measuring temperatures of the ground to see when things are, you know, going to freeze or close to freezing. So he always has that information to give to me if we're making any kind of decision on if we want to say salt or something ahead of time. He's very proactive in that.
Amazing. Bill Kern is a property manager at NAI DOS. He's responsible for the safety of 500 people. He says it's a given that Reliable keeps the surfaces clear, but what people might not know is that Reliable's success is built on old-fashioned integrity.
Even when we were kind of behind and didn't get our contracts set up fast enough, Norm said, I won't leave you hanging. He knew it was like a handshake is as good as a contract with him, even though we did follow up with the contract, but I knew if Norm said he was going to do something, it would get done.
Part of that is knowing what to do and when to do it, usually well before the client even thinks about it. Reliable has a very experienced team.
Those guys are always reliable. They're there when they say they're going to be there. And part of, he's very proactive. He's good at calling me and saying, hey, I see a storm's coming. I think we should maybe do some preventive salting and try to get ahead of the storm.
Reliable only uses top-notch operators. These guys are pros who've been trained the reliable way and have the best equipment available. Reliable has mechanics on staff, so if something breaks, it's fixed fast. Operators know that Reliable is the best place to work. They are trained at Reliable's Snowplow University. You gotta love that. And the level of organization is unheard of in this business. Things such as pictures of parking lots from space.
The satellite images, yeah, I mean, that makes it really easy because everybody that works, you get a booklet and all your accounts are, they're all labeled for you. The aerial view, where you have to push the snow, where you can't. Fire hydrants, etc. I mean, they simplify everything.
They have good organizational practices. There's good contingencies in place with an organization like this. You have hundreds of trucks available to, step in, help if it's a large storm, things like that.
Reliable is also rare in that it pays its operators every week. Another reason why so many Reliable team members have been with Reliable for years. Again, much of Reliable's success comes down to innovation. Even the Eco2 salt that Reliable uses is the best of the best.
Eco2 salt is a treated salt, and what's great about it is, number one, it's much more safe because it works at a lower temperature. Okay? It works all the way down to -10. Number two, it's environmentally friendly.
Reliable's Eco2 salt is made when a special brine from these huge tanks at Reliable is mixed with the salt. Very few private contractors use Eco2 because it's a big upfront investment. Reliable does because Eco2 really works.
When we get into the teens and the zeros and the below zeros, there's a night and day difference of the result you get from our Eco2 versus standard salt.
There is nothing standard about Reliable snow plowing specialists. Nothing. The best people, the best equipment, the best record of success for decades, and legions of very happy clients. Reliable snow plowing specialists are World Business Watch innovators. Reliable, on-time service, no matter what. For World Business Watch, I'm Rich Noonan. We'll see you next time.